Hey everyone, Brandon Poole here, Eastern Agronomist for Concept AgriTek. Today I'm out here in one of our fall applied Residue RX trial fields and wanted to stop in real quick and show you some of the progress that we've seen with this application since last October. This Residue RX was applied on corn stover in October. The corn was harvested with a chopping corn head in September. So we've had about 6 months since we made that application, and wanted to jump in real quick here and do a quick update of kind of where we're at. As you can see, this field has been planted into wheat last October, so the Residue RX went out just prior to the wheat planting with the goal of releasing some nutrients out of that corn stover to give us some benefit here on this wheat crop. So right here, what I'm about to show you is actually the untreated area from the Residue RX trial here. And as you can see here in this stover, we still have a lot of pith that's still in place. That's telling us that there's a lot of nutrients that are still being tied up out here in this field. Now when I show you this here, this is the Residue RX treated, so this was put out last October. When we look at this, there's very little pith left in this stover. So what that's telling us is that we have actually, in the Residue RX area of this field, we've actually released most of the nutrients that were tied up in what was remaining of that corn crop from last year. So a couple other things I wanted to talk about here is, as we're starting to get into planting season, anybody that's planting cover crops, has cover crops out, the bigger that cover crop gets, they're great for storing nutrients. But we have to be able to release those nutrients back to our crop. So something like Residue RX, if it was applied with our burn down application in the springtime, is going to allow us the opportunity to release those nutrients out of that rye, oats, wheat cover crop that we have. And so, that's something to think about. It's going to give us nutrients back to that crop that we're planting. So if we're planting cotton or soybeans into that cover crop, even corn. So, being able to release those nutrients in a timely fashion, like I said, it's been 6 months. Now, granted, we did have wintertime, some cooler weather that slowed that biological activity down. But, right now we're on this crop of wheat that's just starting to head out. We're going to be flowering in the next 7 days, and we've got maximum nutrition out here in this crop. So, something like a Residue RX put onto a cover crop in the spring scenario before our corn, soybean, or cotton crop is going to benefit us just as good as it has with this wheat crop, as far as releasing those nutrients out of that cover crop that we have planted. As always, feel free to reach out to any of the Concept AgriTek team to answer any questions that you may have about Residue RX or any of our other products that you may be interested in using.